Ah, yes, come in, take a seat. So you're here for the application interview. Let me just get your file up. Can I ask your name? Age and date of birth? And now, pardon me for asking, but I'm not allowed to just assume your gender and species. Right, of course. Yes, here's your file. I can see your original application form here. So, as you probably know, these licenses aren't mandatory exactly, but they are strongly advised by the Department of Interspecies Relations. We obviously don't want to stand in the way of people's lives and relationships, but this license scheme started as an attempt to prevent incidents where people might be injured or otherwise harmed, or that might cause cultural clashes, you see. Our aim is firstly to educate people of all species on how to safely interact on a physical level. Lots of injuries result simply from a difference in size and strength. There's obviously power differences between, say, a dragon and an elf, for example, so even something as simple as hugging a friend or shaking hands can have the potential for injury, and, more close relations even more so, especially if there are other biological differences, be those of anatomy or things like skin pH or immune system responses such as fur allergy. We try to comprehensively cover those in our lectures and training sessions. And our other aim is to educate on differences in things like manners, body language, and cultural sensitivities and such, to prevent incidents related to misunderstandings. For instance, while a giant and an ogre might be of similar strength, they have different social norms, and on top of which the fallout from them clashing could create danger to others around them, which they need to be aware of too. So we try to remind everyone to be aware of their surroundings and of the differences with others as well. I mean, there are plenty of social faux pas regarding many species as well. Canines are often very outgoing, for instance, while felines like myself, we prefer to build up trust. It's not polite to simply lay your hands on one of us if we're not well acquainted, for instance. You understand? Oh, good. So you'll start with some lectures, and once you pass a written test on that, you'll be given your first permit, so you can begin more practical training. We have some coaches who will be able to guide you through different situations, starting off with simple things like greetings, and then moving on to friendly physical contact. Now, my job in this instance is to ascertain if you understand all of that and have a suitable attitude towards learning. So I'll need to ask some more questions if you're ready for that. So what was your reason for applying for the permit? I see. What are your views on species equality? Yes. Well, we do hope that people come with open minds and a generally egalitarian attitude. Would you say that you have a good relationship with people and beings of other species? Right. And do you have many friends of other species? I see. How well do you get on with other members of your own species. Okay, right. Well, we all try our best, I'm sure. Do you have any problems with interacting with members of different species? Right. Well, we can only all try. We can all only try, yes. Have you ever been involved in an interspecies altercation? Well, you know, a fight or a disturbance of some sort. I see. Have you ever held views that you might consider prejudiced on reflection? Well, none of us are perfect. The important thing is reflecting on them and correcting, which we aim to help with. It's good to have a positive attitude to start with, though, you see. If you came across a situation where you have a misunderstanding, how would you handle that? Yes, I see. Understandable. Have you come across any problems of prejudice in regards to your friends of other species, be it towards your species or towards theirs? I see. These things do happen, and we all want to stand up for those we care about, I'm sure. Are there any individual members of another species with whom you might be considering a closer relationship in particular? I see. And is that something you've discussed? Well, if you have a potential partner, we advise they come to some of the sessions with you. You'll be told which ones, of course. We especially aim to help couples and more complicated relationship arrangements, of course, to navigate any problems they might come across. So there are also special couple and group sessions with coaches to give advice in that regard. Not exactly counselling, more just advisory. Yes, so I'll need you to fill out another form as well, which will be to do with what time you'll be able to attend classes and workshops. We have day sessions, evening sessions, etc. And there are also particular options for if you want to specialise in any way. Obviously, there are some classes everyone should attend to do with safety on size difference, overall cultural sensitivity, etc. But if you are intending to work with or socialise with or form relationships or closer bonds with someone in particular of a particular species, we have special modules focusing on different groups. Yes, well, the department is publicly funded. There are a few small administration fees, but it's a scheme we hope to make accessible for everyone, to encourage more cooperation, to help everyone interact as safely and sensitively as possible. So, with that filled in, we should be able to get you set up with your first classes soon. Yes, understandable, yes. Now, once you've passed the first written test, as I said, you'll get your initial permit. Now, I know this has been dubbed the Monster Hugger permit, and some promotional material has run with that, though I personally am not sure it's really appropriate to use the term monster, but the official name is Interspecies Relations Educational Permit, or IREP, and we'll be referring to it as such in all correspondence. You'll, of course, eventually get your full Interspecies Relations License, or IRL, after you've completed the full course. And as I said before, it's not mandatory for interspecies relationships, but it is simply advised. But you will need it if you want to apply for any more advanced or specialized permits once you have that, which are requirements for traveling to some species home territories, sort of like a special passport. Those are known as Interspecies Relations Ambassadorial Licenses, or IRAL. So, does that all seem clear to you? Good. I'll let you have this form to take away. Please return it by the end of the month, and we can set you up on your first class as soon as a slot becomes available. Yes, good. Thank you for coming in. Do take care, and good luck. And if you could send in the next applicant on your way out, please do so if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. Goodbye for now, then. Well, that went about as well as can be expected.